Here are 32 tips for the 32 tracks in Mario Kart Wii. I tried to come up with ones that aren't very well known and also make the game funner. Let's get into it. Luigi Circuit has this off-road shortcut at the end of the track that many people take with a mushroom. However, it can be tough for newer players to fully clear it without bumping into the walls and pipes. A slightly slower but easier alternative is to just go on this boost panel right here and then go into the sand to align easier and then use your mushroom to clear it with ease. Moving on to Moo Moo Meadows, it can often be a close race at the end of lap 3. Because of this, you might want to go to the left item boxes here instead of the middle ramp, as you won't lose valuable time in the air and you can quickly spam for a power item and take it through the off-road to gain a couple spots. On Mushroom Gorge, there's this cool glitch that can be very handy. If you have the bullet bill and use it right after this boost panel but before touching any mushrooms, it'll give you off-road immunity. After it takes you across the gorge and drops you off, you can go and cut through the grass to victory. You can see here it helped me gain a placement or two. For Toad's Factory, all you want to do is come over here and simply clip this box and then fly across this gap. Okay, just kidding. Actually, a tip I have is at the end when you reach this turn, it can be very tough to not slam into the wall, especially if you have a vehicle that doesn't turn great. A simple fix to this is just to not trick, as you'll maintain speed but not too much that you can't handle. On Mario Circuit, you can take this small shortcut here by drifting into the ramp and then releasing a mini turbo while wheeling just before the off-road, sending you into the boost panel and across the sand. Coconut Mall has a lot of these fountains and plants that you can trick off of to gain extra speed, just don't get too much air. Also, you can trick off of these banisters up the escalators if they're going down. A lot of players take this double shortcut on DK Summit, but this can be really tricky to do. To play it safer, you can always use a mushroom before the second cut to ensure you clear it completely. If you're starting in last on Wario's Gold Mine, often you won't get an item box from the first set, so it can be worth it to turn and get this item set right before the line at the start of the race to get a great item and power your way up to the front. Many players use this narrow shortcut on Daisy Circuit, so if you have a fake item box, you can use the shortcut and then throw it back and they'll have a tough time getting around it. This waterfall on Koopa Cape is a great place to leave traps, as the players behind you will have no time to react, as it's super tough to see coming. You probably already know you can get a star from this leaf pile on Maple Treeway, but you can also get one from this pile at the end of the track as well. This mushroom shortcut on Grumble Volcano lets you respawn on the other side of the gap, but you can also do it with a star and even a thundercloud if you are skilled enough. I'm not skilled enough. If you get a golden mushroom on Dry Ruins, you can take this huge off-road shortcut that saves a ton of time. On Moonview Highway, when you fly off this ramp, you can actually bounce off the top of the trucks. This one is more for aesthetic. Bowser's Castle has a ramp that is actually somehow faster to not trick off of. And on Rainbow Road, this turn is taken quicker if you drift into it. Just be careful. Now for the retro tracks. GCN Peach Beach has two main paths, with the right one being much faster, but the left one definitely being funner. If you get hit on the waterfall section of DS Yoshi Falls, it can actually be a better idea not to charge a standstill mini turbo, and just accelerate out of there before you plunge into the falls. SNES Ghost Valley 2 has this tiny little boost ramp that usually flings you up in the air. However, if you time it just right by hopping and tricking at the same time, it'll make you do this really cool low trick. Akin to that, on N64 Mario Raceway you can trick off the end of this pipe, but many players don't know that you can actually trick off the front of it too. On N64 Sherbet Land, make sure to use your power items and mushrooms on the outdoor sections of the track, as the ice here slows you down normally as it's considered off-road, so with mushrooms and stars you go faster. This is not the same for the cave floor. And on GBA Shy Guy Beach, you can actually make the Shy Guy's bombs explode early by throwing a shell at it, which can catch other racers off guard. For DS Delfino Square, there's this satisfying dock shortcut that you can do by releasing your mini turbo and then wheeling off into the dock. And on GCN Waluigi Stadium, if you have a mushroom, you can boost up this half pipe and wrap around the corner, saving time with style. Now for DS Desert Hills, where saving a golden mushroom till lap 3 can be a great way to steal a victory. On GBA Bowser's Castle 3, you can low trick off these yellow ramps by hopping while tricking. N64 DK's Jungle Parkway has this glitch shortcut that saves a bit of time, just make sure you go back a bit so the game counts the lap. For GCN Mario Circuit, all I could come up with was this cool double trick at the end of the track. I don't know if it saves time, but I mean, it looks cool, right? On SNES Mario Circuit 3, this turn can be really tough to take fast if players have placed traps, but if you drift into it super tight, you can hop across the off-road and clear it really nicely. On DS Peach Gardens, I actually couldn't find any unique tips, so if you guys have any, please let me know in the comments. I mean, you can do this shortcut, nobody knows that, right? Now for GCN DK Mountain, where everyone takes this shortcut here that leads you to these item boxes, which makes it a great place to leave traps of all sorts. Lastly, for N64 Bowser's Castle, you can always take this little grass shortcut, Let me know if you have any other tips in the comments below. Thanks for watching.